Do you wonder if your little one is eating enough, sleeping enough, and on track for all those important milestones? After a few weeks with your own little darling, you'll likely start to hear a difference between their hungry and tired cries. Baby comes at your touch and the sound of your voice. Heading home with your newborn after they're born, hearing your voice, being wrapped and carried, and feeling your body heat all mimic that peaceful time. When your child is calmed by your presence, that's their first step in bonding with you and a clear sign that they're developing emotionally. You're changing 8 to 10 wet diapers a day and they're gaining weight. They're getting enough milk even if how much they drink changes. If you're nursing, how can you be sure your baby is drinking enough milk? The proof is in the wet diapers. Baby is quiet and attentive at least a few times each day. Those first blurry weeks will be marked by feedings about every 2 hours and sleep about 16 hours a day, but only a few hours in a row. In between all that, there's being held and crying and very little else. It's not until your baby begins gaining control of their eye muscles and focusing on a baby turns toward new sounds and listens. Babies are able to hear from birth, but it takes a few weeks for them to be able to filter out the white noise of daily existence outside the womb. The idea that some sounds are more interesting than others, the dull roar of the air conditioner, is not as important as a big sister's sudden shrieks of, they look at patterns, colors, and movement. You wouldn't think that the ability to space out while staring at a ceiling fan would be a sign of progress, but it is. Babies are born with eyesight that's about 21/100ths, and they can see between 8 and 12 inches away, about the distance between your baby's face and yours when you're feeding them. They make eye contact, smile, and flirt with people. First moment of true eye contact with your newborn usually comes when they're a month old, the first smile by about 2 months, cooing at 3 months, and laughing by 4 months, and none of these milestones come a moment too soon. They cry a little less and sleep more regularly. Their nervous system learning the ropes. Look for the emergence of several naps a day and stretches of 4 or more hours between feedings at night. Some babies get there fast, others won't till they're 4 months or so. If your baby's older than that and still eating and sleeping at unpredictable baby can support their own body weight. Lots of babies hold their heads up briefly, so briefly. By 1 month, by the time they're 3 months old, they're typically doing so more regularly and with greater skill. If your baby can hold their head up or shift around in your arms, you know they're flexing their growing muscles.